These get so tense.
Yeah, I'm just gonna have to go.
I hate cameras.
Joined here with beach volleyball. Coach, it's been a while since we talked to you. I know Chris talked to you last time, but you guys had your home bunch of meets a couple weeks ago. Kind of go over that when you faced Emmanuel and Trinidad State and how that all went down.
Yeah, so it's great to play at home. We got to see Emmanuel, another Division II team that we might see at nationals, and Trinidad is the other Colorado program, JUCO, that's been helping with beach around the state, trying to get things going. So it's great to have them here and practice and see some things that they do to prep for nationals. And I felt like we ran our game plan to a T and had a lot of success.
I mean, your team is now 25-0 all time at home. Kind of how important is that to you guys, being able to be on your home sand when you're on the road so much at these vast different locations all throughout the end of the season, beginning of the season?
Yeah, no, it's definitely nice. I mean, we have deep sand at home, so it's nice to practice in what we're playing. I think it's harder for opponents to get used to that right away. And, it's a big difference when you get to sleep in your own bed versus on the road for 12 hours and quick turnaround and 4 hours and then turn around. And, we went from California to Tucson, which was another 11-hour drive. So it's just nice to be able to chill, relax, play, get treatment, see our trainers, see all of our people, and kind of stay within our rhythm.
And then coming up this weekend, you have a few more matches before you head out to nationals. Kind of give me a preview this weekend when you face all these D1 opponents: Boise State, Portland, St. Mary's, and Cal State Bakersfield.
Yeah, no, it's a great opportunity for us to play some top-level teams. All these teams are good, solid teams to prep us for nationals. That if we're being successful and doing good things with them, it's going to be good for us when we play Concordia, Tampa, PBA, those schools out east at Gulf Shores.
And then for both of you, I know you guys have faced already St. Mary's this year. Kind of talk about the experience playing them prior, coming up this weekend, and then you face so many different levels of competition. But how do those prepare you for nationals come the end of spring?
They're great competition. Obviously, like we said, they're Division I. So it's just good preparation as we head into Alabama. And although we did fall short 2-3 both times we played St. Mary's, we have those games. I mean, they're close. We've been really going hard at practice, and we're ready to take it to them.
Last time we faced St. Mary's was pretty early in the season. I feel like a lot of our pairs hadn't really figured out what we lean towards like the most. And I feel like now we've had the practices where we're really focusing on our strengths and like what other teams won't be able to like expect from us. And I think that this weekend's going to be a great show, like beginning to end of season, how much we've improved when we play St. Mary's.
And then kind of for all you, is this weekend kind of maybe used as a tune-up to prepare for nationals? Of course you want to go out there, perform well, but you don't want to expect this to be the greatest showing ever because you're ready for the big event at the end of spring?
Yeah, I would say that this is definitely going to be a great weekend for us to work on because the last 2 weeks we've been home. So we haven't played a D1 school in 2 weeks. So the competition's been a little bit lower, and I feel like we haven't gotten to work on what we've been putting together in practice. So I think that this weekend will be a great opportunity for us to push ourselves.
And we've been working on some new things these last couple of weeks and running different plays. That'll be really good to actually implement those into the games this weekend. So,
say, David, getting ready for nationals, it's a place that, a tournament that you've done extremely well at, obviously. New venue this year, so it's not going to be as familiar. But how are you looking to get these kids ready for the national tournament?
Yeah, one of the big things is the tournament's going to actually be on the beach this year. So we've been practicing and training a lot of, hey, oceanside breeze versus pierside breeze. What our sets look like, some of our movements, some things we need to run slightly different that we didn't have to do at Florida before. So just prepping our mindset that, hey, we're going to have in the afternoon a 15-mile-an-hour wind that's going to come from the ocean side. This is why we're going to set everything right side, or this is why we're going to set everything left side on some of these switches. And then just, hey, everything we're prepping is, hey, how do we punch quick early? What do we need to set up? What other options do we have if we feel stuck? And so we've been fine-tuning every little thing within each little pair, and I think they've done a really good job the last 2 weeks of being focused and showing off, hey, these are all the things we can do in these situations that we feel prepped and ready to go.
How do you guys prepare for that? I mean, you don't have an ocean that you can go hit by and bring out. Can we get some wind machines and do some stuff? But and it's going to change midway through the match. Something can happen. How do you guys handle changing on the fly?
You have to be very mentally resilient. You have to just at practice, you have to be so intentional of like, okay, so if we did have the wind right now coming off of the coast, we have to make sure our passes and our sets and everything is just dialed in as if we were on the coast. So just very locked in and focused, not just going through the motions.
I would say a huge thing is just being comfortable, uncomfortable. Obviously there's more than just a win to it too. Like teams pick up on things and then all of a sudden something that was working isn't working anymore. And so it's just a constant game of adjusting, and it's a very big mind game. And so I think if you are very good at accepting and embracing being uncomfortable, it makes your play so much better, because at the end of the day, I mean, we're all facing the wind and we're all having to adjust. And so if you just have a attack mindset instead of like a, it's happening to me, I want to do it. That's where it comes better. I lost it at the end.
Well, and this weekend, obviously, like everybody said, it's really good competition, and it will kind of help prepare you for playing, the smaller schools that you do play. So a lot of teams at this level don't play a ton of Division I like you guys do, because there's nobody else around here you can play. So does that kind of give you the confidence going, nobody's played the competition that we've played, so it gets you ready for that?
Absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, like Tampa and Concordia are facing the same competition that we are. They play a lot of D1s, but I would say it definitely helps us in the earlier rounds of nationals when we face teams that play unconventionally. And so we are able to dominate fast at the beginning and kind of just like set the tone for how all of nationals should go.
Question for you, Skaff. This weekend, of course, will be the last time before nationals. Is there going to be some decisions that will be made from this to kind of who's going to be playing come nationals within your lineup? Is that going to be a factor, or is it, how are you having an outlook on that?
I think our 1s through 4s have been pretty set through the year. We had some little changes at 5s and some minor injuries and sickness and stuff that we dealt with. The last couple of weeks of practice, we worked on some things that we think we like of what we're going in. We're going to trial run it or test drive it this weekend. And we have 4 games to make a change if we need to. If it goes the way we're hoping and we plan, then we'll be set for nationals. If we need to make one last minor tweak, then we'll do that.
All right, best question of the day, question of the week. This week's question is, what is your biggest pet peeve, and kind of where does that come from?
I really don't know.
When people ask stupid questions.
That's a good one.
And I don't know where it comes from. I just find that really irritating. Let's just have common sense, I think.
Comes from your mom.
Probably comes from my mom.
I would have to say kind of along the same lines, like just like when something's been explained and then someone's like, wait, what? And it's like, there was 4 questions asked already and that's already been answered and you're asking again. It just like slows things down. And I feel like it just, I don't know where that comes from. Probably my mom.
Your
too.
mom?
Yeah, definitely my mom.
Mine would be people that are oblivious to the space they're taking. They're standing and talking in a doorway and everybody's trying to get around them, or just people that are not aware of what's happening and how they're affecting everybody else around them.
We didn't get the chewing with your mouth open. That was kind of a common theme today.
Doesn't mind that.
It doesn't really bother me. Yeah, it doesn't
If
bother
my
me.
wife was here, that would have been the first thing you'd think. If you heard anybody chew, that would have been it.
I don't dial in like that.
All right, well, thank you, and good luck this weekend, and
Week.
good luck in
Thank you
nationals.
so much.